trying to educate and motivate people to take better care of their bodies and to get back in shape and to stay in shape. And a lot of people didn't really understand some of the concepts that I was talking about. If you didn't play a sport in high school or even elementary school, PE, has been relegated to not much physical activity, really. And so bottom line is, unless you understand how your body works, either for you or against you, based on what you do activity-wise, a lot of people don't get it. A lot of people don't understand what's possible when you really give your body the stress that it requires, and they don't even know what it feels like to be in great shape in that regard. The other thing I realized is that something had happened in America, and as I begin to study that out, it comes down to really two main things that took place that changed everything. These were game changers, changed everything. One was when we moved away from eating natural, God-made food as opposed to highly processed, man-made food. And that took place in really the late 50s into the 60s and on into the 70s and beyond. The food pyramid that was developed at that point, which really is completely upside down, has everyone eating refined carbohydrates, and the sugar intake has gone up by decade, really by century, if you really look back, just exponentially. It's unbelievable. It's like 160 pounds of sugar that any given individual eats over the course of a year. Carbohydrates, when they hit the body, basically turn into sugar as well. So people began to gain weight and put on weight, and to the extent that America now has the dubious distinction of being the fattest industrialized nation on the planet. The other thing that contributed to that was how sedentary we became. Again, if you look at how I grew up, we got tons of exercise. We were moving and working and so on. My dad is the strongest man that I know. He wouldn't even know what it means if you told him he needed to work out. That's because he grew up on a 600-acre ranch in Northern California. Couldn't play sports because he had to be home to work on the ranch. But he just worked hard all of his life, and he understands physical fitness as a result of that, and knows that he needs to stay in good shape. It's ridiculous how sedentary we are today, and people don't realize it. I mean, we're sitting on an average of 14 to 16 hours a day. That's insane. I mean, think about it. If you're sitting 14 hours a day and then you're sleeping, you're lying in bed sleeping for 6, 7, 8 hours, that's not many hours of activity, of movement. The combination of those two things has caused America to get fat and out of shape, quite frankly. If you go back to the early 60s and 50s and you look at photographs of large crowds of people, you'll find very few people who are carrying extra weight. Now, it seems like everyone is carrying too much weight. There was a period of time when I was talking to those that were kind of in the fitness industry, sharing my ideas and what I had discovered and so on. And in those instances, the people that I'm talking to are in good shape. And so there was a time when I kind of doubted, maybe it's not as bad as I think it is. And what I used to do, literally, is I would go on a Saturday to a mall, and I would just sit on one of the benches and just watch. And I only had to be there about 10 minutes, and I went, oh my goodness, it's every bit as bad as I thought, and it's even worse. And the problem is that we're not moving enough throughout the course of a day and over the course of a day or a week in our lives to give our body what it needs from just an activity standpoint. I mean, here's an amazing statistic. 240 years ago, the birth of this nation, 95% of the energy output of the entire country was from the human body. Today, you know what it is? It's less than 1%. 1%. So elevators, escalators, golf carts, remote control, fireplaces, remote control everything, has just caused us to not be moving, not getting the activity that we need. Exercise is that intentional taking a walk. it's playing golf, it's playing tennis. You need to be as active as you possibly can. And you need to be intentional about it. You need to get activity back into your life so that you get enough exercise. But here's the difference between exercise and a workout. A workout is something altogether different. A workout is where you really stress and strain your muscles and your bone. You know bone strength is built in the same way that muscle strength is? It's built by putting pressure and stress on the muscle and on that particular bone. And that's what we're not getting. So a lot of people are doing more exercise today, but they're not really doing a workout. And a workout, remember, is what builds strength. If I grab this here, a lightweight, okay, I could maybe do 100 reps with this, okay? So that's building maybe some endurance in the muscle, but it's not really building strength. I would need to grab a 30 or 40 pound weight. And now I can only do maybe 10 or 11, and then I have to put it down. You need that kind of stress. Now, if you've lost all your strength and you need to start with this, that's fine. But you gradually need to build up and keep pushing yourself to where you're really stressing that muscle the way you need to. Most people are more active now. They're getting some exercise, but they're not getting a workout. The bottom line is this: the human body is designed to be stressed. That's the way it works. Stress the muscles, stress the bones, stress your heart, stress your lungs, stress your brain, and great things happen. Another thing that I discovered that's proven so valuable over the years is how successful long-term the 10-minute workout done 5 days a week is versus the 45-minute to an hour workout that's done 2-3 times a week, which even to this day is still kind of the traditional model. The way I used to explain that is with this statement: it's far better to brush your teeth for 2 to 3 minutes a day than for 45 minutes 2 to 3 times a month. Okay, you say that's crazy. Well, yeah, it is. Interesting to think about brushing your teeth as it has to do with forming a habit. I guarantee you've never stood in front of the sink and said, you know what, I got a really busy day today, I'm gonna rush this morning, I think I'll not brush my teeth this morning and then I'll just brush longer tomorrow. You don't. But that's exactly what happens with exercise and workouts, I guarantee you, okay? Now, how did that become such a habit that you just do involuntarily and you don't even think about it? Well, somebody when you were young loved you enough to put a toothbrush in your hand, put toothpaste on it, probably grabbed your hand and began to teach you how to brush. And the whole time they did that, they were telling you all of the negative things that were going to happen if you didn't develop this habit, and all of the good things that were going to happen if you did. And so you did it daily, and you just got in the habit of doing it, and now you do it and don't even think about it. That's the great thing that happens with a Fit 10 workout, because it's only 10 minutes. Okay. You just get into the habit of doing it, fitting it into your day where it's comfortable for you to fit it in, and it becomes a habit. And so what we discovered is if you took two people, let's say you've got Dorothy and Bob, okay, and Dorothy says, I want to do the traditional, I want to do 45 minutes to an hour, 2 to 3 times a week. And Bob says, no, you know what, I'll do 10 minutes a day, 5 days a week. And the month kicks off. And well, for Dorothy, I don't know, things come up in life as they do for all of us. Their day gets complicated, and so she misses one of those 3 workouts. The next week she misses 2 of the workouts because things get complicated and things change. Where Bob, on the other hand, he's just getting in his 10 minutes. You know, get in, get out, get it over with, and he's doing his 10 minutes 5 days a week. So at the end of the month, we find that Bob has worked out a whole lot more than Dorothy has worked out. And the bottom line is, Fit 10 helps you develop the habit of getting a workout in as you should be to stress your muscles, stress your brain, stress your heart, stress your lungs better than anything else you could possibly do. Hey, this is Dave. Thanks for watching this video. If you enjoy this content, please subscribe to this channel on YouTube, and make sure to tell your friends. Also follow us on Facebook and Instagram. If you enjoy our take on fitness and all that we have to offer as far as helping you to get and stay fit for life, then go to our website, getfit10.com.